Last time you'd be able to call the Raiders, at least this bunch, the Oakland Raiders. 2nd and 5. Draw, Van Egan. Close to a first down out at the 32-yard line. Dennis Bigfoot, 14.5 Triple E Harrison, and Randy Logan made the tackle.
The years have taken their toll on Van Egan and taken some of his quickness, but he still has great vision and has the ability to find the open area. I think he sensed there that there would be some over pursuit, a little overreaction by the Philadelphia defense. He cut back against the grain, got good yardage.
Merlin, I think it'd be appropriate at this point to talk, and we'll pursue this, about how these two teams are formed. They're both casts are the unwanted. The Eagles with 16 free agents, the Raiders the reclamation project. On the sneak, and flags are down, and that play had confusion written all over it from the start, and an Eagle wound up with a football. I don't believe he made the first down from the spot. It's right at the 32.
I can't believe that Jim Plunkett's calling his own number out there with a quarterback sneak.
Raiders guilty of the penalty, illegal procedure. Rod Martin, the man who intercepted that pass that led to the Oakland touchdown, getting some tape work. And they'll measure for first down first before the Eagles make their decision as to whether or not they'll decline the penalty.
One of the things you can expect to see on the field today, a lot of abrasions. This is a very hard turf, and he may have torn up that knee. I would hope it would be that rather than an injury to the knee itself.
So the Eagles will undoubtedly decline that penalty. 4th down and inches. Reminder, Super Bowl 15 is the first professional sports event to be closed captioned for the hearing impaired TV viewers. This means that sports fans with special decoders are seeing vital game information printed on the screen after each play. NBC is proud to welcome a new audience, America's hearing impaired population, to pro football's annual spectacular. Many feel that this man could be the difference in the game. He has been brilliant in the playoffs, 46-yard average, but you take out the cold weather game in Cleveland where he was trying to putt a rock, he was hitting about 53 yards a kick. John Shera at the other end, and he hits a bad one. Low and short at the 25. 35. Shara to the 37. Oh, Guy almost mishit that one completely. 44 yards nevertheless, but a 12-yard return.
Ray Guy also a fine athlete who'll get down on the coverage, but let's see his reaction to this kick. He's getting down in coverage. I think he knows this one's coming back. John Shara, the man with the football, a very dependable returner.
Marion Campbell, the defensive coordinator of the Eagles, he played on their 60 World Championship team as a defensive tackle, a starter. What is he telling that defense, Merlin?
He's telling them we got to play well enough to shut them out the rest of the game.
7-0. Philadelphia trails Oakland. 5:28 left first quarter. Jaworski to Krefley. And Burgess Owens finally gets him out of bounds at the 45-yard line after a gain of about 8.
Talking to Sid Gilman about Ron Jaworski, he said Ron is one of the finest throwers he's ever seen and has learned finally to finesse the football. Has a powerful arm, but this is a finesse pass. Flipped lightly to the outside, right on the outside shoulder. Krefley doing a good job of fighting for extra yardage.
Krefley with a quick cut and was open. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Montgomery a first down at the 48 of the Eagles. Big John Matuzak in on the tackle. The twos, number 72. I loved his opening comment when Oakland arrived and they said, what's the difference between the Raiders and the Eagles? And Matuzak, the 6'8 giant with a curly hair, gruffled, we're cuter. Jim Plunkett.
Sam Bogosian giving him a little advice on the sideline. Bogosian, the offensive line coach for the Oakland Raiders.
Montgomery. Ted Hendricks from the opposite side with Matt Millen and Reggie Kinlaw. Oh, the Mad Stork. Well, he doesn't like to be called the Mad Stork anymore. His new nickname is Kick'em.
And if I were you, I wouldn't call him the Mad Stork.
Or I'd get the Kick'em, huh?
He is a marvelous player, working all the way across the line of scrimmage. He's liable to end up anywhere. Just seems to have a marvelous sense for where that football is going to be. Down at where the action is, line of scrimmage, Martin to the outside, forces the play to be delayed, and Hendricks comes all the way from the backside to make the play.
Yard loss, 2nd and 11. Jaworski to Montgomery on the screen. And he has a first down at the 40-yard line. 13-yard play. Kinlaw and Owens finally stopped him.
One of the things that Ted Hendricks does that can get him in trouble is to move up and down along the line of scrimmage. They're on to Hendricks' side this time with a quick screen. Faking what appears to be a deep pass, he flips it outside, and you get a marvelous view from straight above the field. Watch the quick moves by Montgomery. Gets away from 1, 2, and finally pulls down after a 3rd tackle.
Eagles first down. They invade Oakland territory for the first time. Montgomery, and that didn't fool the backside of the Raider defense as Reggie Kinlaw came in to chop him down. Loss of a yard.
That's Dick Vermeil's ready list. No, that's not Vermeil's ready list. We'll see Vermeil's ready list a little later. That's Tom Flores' ready list. And what he'll have on that list will be the plays that he wants to be looking at offensively. And he will also have some defensive notes on there as well. But his primary concern will be with the offense.
Flores, the youngest coach in the AFC, the youngest overall in the NFL, Ray Perkins of the Giants. There's the Eagles ready list.
We'll talk more about that later. Dick Vermeil has an interesting system.
2nd and 11. Leroy Harris. Great cutback and gets back to the original line of scrimmage. The 40. It'll be 3rd and 10. Rod Martin, 53. Finally made the tackle, a 1-yard gain. Tuzak was the man who applied the pressure on Jaworski and had him when the quarterback delivered.
Jaworski has had a great deal of pressure applied during this game. Of course, one critical mistake forced early. He doesn't want to make another one.
Now, Merlin, the 4-man defensive line for the Raiders, Willie Jones and Cedric Hardman, come in to play the defensive end positions.
And we're going to put a clock down at the bottom of the screen to give you an idea of how much time Jaworski will have on this pass.
Carmichael way out to the left. He's buying time and throwing long for Parker. Touchdown! A flag is down. Rodney Parker, a New Orleans native, may have an Eagle touchdown. No motion against Philadelphia. It appeared Carmichael headed upfield before the snap. He was in motion. It looked as if he turned just a little too soon.
Carmichael is in motion because he has trouble getting off the line of scrimmage against the bump and run.
Illegal motion, number 17.
And he made a critical mistake. He was not the prime receiver in the pattern. Jaworski scrambling outside, fires it deep. Let's take a look at Carmichael. Now watch the turn he makes just ahead of the snap of the ball. He cannot be going forward. He must be going laterally or away from the ball. Rodney Parker, 83, the man who eventually got free, made an excellent adjustment to the football.